Good morning, everyone. My name is Rogatu Simpeka. I'm from Tanzania. To correctly pronounce my name, you just say, Peka. This is an African name. In Swahili means the one who makes fire. So always I'm very proud with my name and believing that probably my great parents are the ones who discovered fire. So I'm so proud with this name. I'm very happy to be with you this weekend. As you know, I've been here since yesterday. I'll be finishing my appeal this month, and then I'll be leaving and going back where I'm temporarily stationed before I leave back to Tanzania. I'm from Tanzania, as I said. Tanzania is in Africa, is the eastern part of Africa. Those who know the geography of Africa, in Tanzania we have very beautiful landmark called Mountain Kilimanjaro. The very beautiful mountains, but it is very hard to climb because it is a volcanic mountain. So it has a very steep situation. If you are trying to climb, it's not easy. I personally tried to climb. I climbed up to 18,500 feet. It was very difficult, but I was not able to climb to the top because I fell sick. We did so for the purpose of raising funds. Actually, we were 6 priests. 2 priests came from the United States. One came from Germany, and 1 came from Holland, and the other came from Spain. Only 2 priests were able to reach to the top. Those priests were professional climbers, but believe me, it is very difficult. The day we climbed, 1 person from Germany died, the same spot where I got sick. So it is a very difficult mountain, but it is beautiful to climb. So I welcome you who are very good in Mountain Kilimanjaro, in climbing mountains, to come to Mountain Kilimanjaro. As I said, today I am here to represent the Diocese of Morogoro. As you know, every year, time like this, during the summer, you receive a missionary from around the world. So today, this is the day. I am the missionary who fulfill that day for the mission. Now, before I continue with my appeal, I would like to take this moment to say a few words of gratitude, particularly to your bishop and the Office of the Propagation of the Faith, the bishop of this diocese, for inviting us to come to this country, to come to this parish. As you know, every year, missionaries around the world request to come to the United States to ask for help for the work they are doing. Only those who have great needs are invited. So I'd like to take this moment on behalf of my diocese to say thanks. Also, I'd like to take this moment to say thanks to the staff of this parish, beginning with the pastor and also the parish manager, particularly Tina, who really arranged all this time for me to come. And she was here to welcome me And I'm so grateful because she did a very good job. But also I'd like to say thanks to your deacon. Yesterday, deacon was able to make sure that he showed me a good restaurant where I could enjoy food. So I want to thank him for what he did. And also, as you know, that you have a seminarian here, a new seminarian who is now preparing for priesthood. Has been very, very interesting moment to meet him. We talked a lot. He needs our prayers because I know what it means to be a seminarian. Because I was a seminary once. There's up and down. So we have to pray for him so that he can continue to be a seminary, a good seminarian, and later to be a good priest. Finally, I would like to take this moment to say thanks very much to every one of you. As you know, when missionaries come around the world, come to this diocese, come to this parish, these missionaries come to see you. I know I am not the first, and I'm not going to be the last. A lot of missionaries will come. My word to you, please continue to support missionaries, to support the office of the propagation of the faith. They really, missionary, really need your help. I told the people yesterday, before I was contemplating to be a priest, I wanted to be a missionary. And in fact, I was trained as a missionary. All my life in training in the seminary, I was trained as a missionary. I belonged to a group of priests called or known by the name Community of Jesus. Here you call the Jesuits. I was trained as a Jesuit for all my seminary life. But at the end, I decided to be a diocesan. And I was ordained as a diocesan priest. To my surprise, after ordination, I ended working as a missionary. I worked in many dioceses in many countries in Tanzania and outside Tanzania. Now I'm here. One thing I learned from the missionary is a very difficult job and also very dangerous. As you know, a lot of missionaries being killed, a lot of missionaries are being insulted in many ways. So it is very, very difficult. In my experience also, I learned the difficulties of working as a missionary because missionaries always go to places where the church has no foundation. They have to lay foundation. Sometimes the community they meet, or the population they meet, they are so anti-Christian to the point that it is very discouraging. Also, missionaries save the poorest of the poor. I remember during my mission, my priest life in the mission, we had a parish where we didn't have even Sunday collection. Nobody within the community could offer monetary donation. So we had a major problem, even getting wine and bread for the Eucharistic celebration. We didn't have books for the children. We didn't have even food sometimes. It is a major problem. Some places, even the government restricted us from asking money from the community. we save. They do so simply because they wanted to frustrate missionaries. They want to kick out missionaries. But the work continues because of the support they get outside the community they serve. Outside from people like yourself. So missionary work is very important, but they need your support. So please continue and help the missionaries. And remember, supporting a missionary work is one of our major responsibilities as Christians. Every one of us is called to be a missionary. Now, when you support a missionary in any way possible, really you are fulfilling that command, the command our Lord Jesus Christ gave us. Today, I am here to ask your help for the Diocese of Morogoro. And I'm asking this help for a special group of sisters. This mission appeal will benefit a group of sisters in my diocese. These are religious nuns and native nuns who are doing tremendously good job. But they don't have sometimes the means. One of the ministries these sisters are working are to take care of children, orphans children. For the time being, they have 3 orphanage facilities, and they take care of 300 little children. Some of them are very, very young, 3 months, 2 months, through 17 years. There's a lot of needs. Remember, when these orphanage facilities were built, really nobody expected to get big number like the one they have today. So the sisters are struggling so much. I visited these facilities many, many times. I know the children, I saw the children. It is not a good place to be. A lot of children are very depressed. A lot of children are crying every day. They cry sometimes, they cry for their parents who have already died. These sisters are not trained as counselors. Some of them, they don't have even high school education. But they are there to help these children grow as human beings. But sometimes they don't have anything. Some of the needs I observed, in fact, some of them, of course, I was told by the sisters, are very, very basic needs. Needs such as milk. Milk here is not a major problem to get. You can go to the shop, you can get milk. But the sisters who are saving the children are struggling. They can't get fresh milk because some of the areas where these sisters save cannot raise cattle because of the tsetse fly sleeping disease. When you drink a milk from affected cattle, you get a sleeping disease and you'll die. So the government restricted in keeping cattle in those areas. So the system depends on dry milk or powdered milk, and it is very expensive. A gallon can cost between $15 to $20. Now imagine to buy sufficient milk for 300 children, you need a big budget. The sisters have no budget at all. Tanzania, we don't have children welfare, so the government does not help the sisters. The sister depends on the goodwill of the neighbors around, but most of them are very poor. The sisters need food. Food here is not a major problem. Actually, when Deacon took me to the restaurant where we bought the food, the person who was giving the food, he was just making food. I have to say, that's enough, because he was putting a lot of food. So I can see, yes, because it is plenty, but not in the other places, for example, in Tanzania. The sisters are struggling to get enough food for the children. They need clothing. The children who come to this orphanage, basically they come naked. The sisters have to find ways to dress these children. These children are coming from parents who have already died. There's nobody to take care of them. So the sisters are the parents, are the guardians. They are the everything for them. The sisters need medicine. Medicine in Tanzania is a major problem almost everywhere. Even you go to this hospital run by the government, you have a problem of getting medicine. So the sisters also are in need of medicine, because majority of the children who are in these camps are very sickly. Remember, they are coming from parents who died from the AIDS disease. Some of them were tested positive, and therefore their immune is very low. They get sick easily, so it is very, very difficult. The sisters need mosquito nets. Mosquito nets are important for preventing malaria. One mosquito net can cost between maybe $7 or $10 to maybe even 12. But again, I say it is very difficult for these sisters to get every time good mosquito nets for the children, because they don't have budget. So this year, the sisters asked the bishop if they can get help. The bishop in my diocese decided this year's appeal is to help these sisters. I'm here today to ask your help. First, please pray for these sisters, because, as I said, it's not an easy job to care for orphans' children. These children are always depressed. So even the sisters themselves are very much depressed. So they need our prayers. Also, they need your financial support. The second collection, the second collection is for the mission. I just noticed that on your pew, there are some envelopes. Those envelopes are not for the mission. There's envelopes at the exits of this church. If you are not prepared today, there is a second collection. But if you are not prepared, you don't have anything, you can get these envelopes at the end of the Mass. When you go out, I ask the kindness of the ushers to give these envelopes, or to make these envelopes available when you go out after the Mass. And take the envelope and make your donation and put in this special envelope. It's written Mission Appeal, Diocese of Morogoro, and bring back any day next week. Father will make sure your donation will reach the sisters. If you are making a check, donation by check, make sure you make your donation payable to this parish, and you bring it back here. Father will make sure to collect your individual donations and put in one check and send to the propagation of the faith, and the propagation of the faith certainly will send to the sisters. Please help these sisters. They really need you. In the last month, I said, this country, God has blessed so much. In fact, you are so blessed, believe me. If you compare with the other people outside, you are most blessed than you may think. I know some people say we have so many problems. Yes, problems will remain no matter what, because we are still on earth. We are not in heaven yet. But if you compare with the others, you are very much blessed. And one reason I think why some people are blessed and others are not, because those people give. God bless those who give without expectations. This country gives a lot for many, many reasons, but this country gives. And that's why probably God has blessed. So today, I ask to help these sisters. I ask to help missionaries. You may not hear from them, because some of them are working in a very difficult environments. They don't even know, they don't have communication. The parish where I work, I don't have telephone, I don't have electricity, I don't have running water, I don't have transportation. Always going on foot. So what do you expect? We don't have post offices. You have to travel miles and miles to go to the post office. We don't have decent dispensary. When you are sick, you just pray. You heal naturally. So remember, God has blessed you. And as I said, maybe you are blessed because you help other people. And today I ask you to help these sisters. You may not hear from them, but I know God will always see you. Thank you very much. And God may continue to bless this parish and other people with a good will.